I'm leaving the Democratic Party as of today. Praise the Lord.
I just came here to announce my official divorce from the Democratic Party.
Going forward after today and seeing how liberals and leftists and Democrats are acting towards this, I am never voting Democrat again. Ever again. For the rest of my life, I will always vote Republican.
Democrats right now, it seems like all they think about is, oh my God, he disagree with me. Oh my God, he doesn't agree with me. Oh my God, he disagree with me. I'm sorry, but I cannot be a part of a party that's doing that, because that's not a party. That is a cult.
When I actually sat down and listened to the debates from people like Charlie Kirk, it's been making a lot of sense.
Since leaving the Democratic Party, I no longer have an oppressed, depressed mindset. I hold myself accountable for my actions. I'm closer to God.
I was an old school Democrat. I will never vote a Democrat, ever. I was a Purple Party independent. You lost me. I'm all red now. When you celebrate and rejoice in the of someone who just was giving a different point of view than what you're used to in the colleges these days, you are and will always be part of the problem if you're rejoicing in that. He was a family man. He just came and was respectful to everybody and was for it. It's pathetic. And so has what the Democratic Party has become.
Videos are just the left being pro-unaliving political opponents, whether that be Trump, J.D. Vance, people celebrating what happened. It's just disgusting behavior. The fact that I have been a part of the left for 7 years, I never thought we'd get to the point where I would have to look at my own party and be like, oh, hold on, I can't support you anymore because everything that you are doing right now is against your political viewpoints and your values and beliefs. To sit here and promote gun violence against your opponents is wrong. And it arguably makes you worse than the other side.
I've been sitting in my car for the last hour or so, just trying to process the last couple of days. And forgive me if I don't have the energy. It has been really troubling. I just came here to announce my official divorce from the Democratic Party. And you're talking to a guy who's been voted Democrat since I was 18 years old. Up until recently, I've been changing how I vote, but still carrying the label, you know. I'm the type of guy who doesn't jump ship. I try to be the voice of reason within the ship to try to steer it back to a true north. But this party has lost its way, and I, as a Christian, can't be a part of that anymore. Look, I'm a proud and beautiful black man. I love being black. I love my skin, everything that comes with it. I was a proud Democrat. I remember they used to stand for the right thing. But before I'm beautifully black, before I am a member of any party, I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a born-again Christian, and the Democratic Party right now doesn't represent my values, my ethics.
I literally called this in my last video. I said it is going to take, unfortunately, Charlie Kirk's for people to wake up from the Democratic Party. And if you read this comment section, it is full of Democrats saying the exact same thing, being lifelong Democrats, leaving the Democratic Party as of today. And this comment is not from a video that I posted. It's something entirely different. It's the House of Representatives on the House floor. And Anna Paulina Luna, she is U.S. Representative, Republican, and she was asking for a moment of prayer on behalf of Charlie Kirk's passing. And a Democrat, they yelled out, no! And they go back and forth. So then Anna Paulina Luna, she starts yelling out, y'all did this. Like, this is because of you guys. The violence they incite, yeah, she called it out. Even Dean Withers, Parker, his best friend, so many people are stating the obvious. If you are rejoicing at someone's demise, literally them being unalive, you're the issue. And anyone that laughs at a loss of a life, shame on you.
And if there is some good that has come out of this situation, it is definitely that. The light is exposing the darkness in people's hearts. The curtains have been drawn back and people's hearts and minds are on full display, and people can see them for exactly what and who they are, and they are disgusted by it, and they are leaving. Charlie used his life to convert a lot of people, and now with his passing, he is more powerful than ever.
Over the past several years, the left has alienated people more and more to their cause, and it has caused many folks that used to be a cinch as a voter base for the left to vote for the Democrat Party in elections. For the longest time, it was the Black community. But after 35 years of empty promises and no progress that offered equal opportunity and equal change and promised the prosperity of the Black community, better education, better schooling. After 35 years of promising the Black community you would do something for them, they eventually woke up and found out that you weren't doing jack.
I've been voting Democrat for 31 years. I am now 49. I have been voting Democrat for as long as Charlie Kirk was alive. Now, first and foremost, I want to say to Mr. Kirk's family and to his children, I am so, so sorry. And I gotta say personally, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm out. I'm done. I'm not ever going to be the type of person that comes on and publicly celebrates, certainly, because I think it takes an incredibly sick individual to do something like that. What the hell? But to even just sit back and not say anything, I think that that's complicit. The silence would speak volumes. I would be part of the problem. I have been disillusioned with the Democratic Party for a very, very long time. And when I actually sat down and listened, which I have been for a couple of years now, to the debates from people like Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, and others, it's been making a lot of sense. I am autistic. I can't speak for every autistic person, but I'm a highly logical person. I have feelings, I have empathy, but I decision make, and my thought process operates much more on logic than it does emotions and feelings when I'm making decisions and I'm thinking about my position on things. And I have noticed that the Democratic Party seems to be the party of emotion, control, fear, emotion. And others tend to be the party of logic and thinking, free thinking, opening yourself up to different opinions. You know, in my opinion, the Democratic Party has straight up become a cult. It is a cult. There are things that have been overlooked that are harmful and damaging, particularly concerning people with clear mental health issues. The public response has been absolutely outrageously unacceptable. We all know that. But what disturbs me even more are people who are educators in this country who are trying to justify this on this app using very carefully constructed language. Well, the tragedy it's a tragedy, but he did this. No. That is not okay. That is minimizing. And even therapists on this app talking about if you're feeling offended and if you're not, that's understandable, because he said this and he said that. And you are, the victim that you think you are. And I think that therapists out there are making this worse. When we talk about, get therapy, there are many, many therapists who I think actually were normalizing personality disorders. We're normalizing narcissistic traits. We're normalizing toxic behaviors. And it concerns me. There's no accountability. People are so wrapped up in their own all the time. And it's just like we're losing the ability to have any sort of responsibility, accountability, maturity, and empathy from the party that I have aligned myself with and loved since I was 18 years old and could understand the voting process and the democratic process and wanted to be a part of it. I needed to speak out and say something, to not only do the obvious, which is condemn violence in any form, okay? But this I can't do this anymore. Rhetoric that was used leading up to this from people in Democratic Party, whether it was in the media, on talk shows, and on this app and others, it stoked the flames that led to this. Okay? And I will not sleep one more night knowing that I am playing a part of this in any way, whether verbally or non-verbally. I can't do it. I won't do it. All of that being said, okay, I want to make something very, very clear. All right? Think for yourself. Like I said, I'm autistic. I tend to not, again, I don't speak for everybody, but I tend to not give what people think. All right? If you disagree with something, you might not want to speak about it publicly. Okay? And for right now, it might be a good idea not to. But don't let public pressure or social pressure convince you and pressure you into going along with things that you don't agree with. Okay? Think for yourself, form your own opinions. Don't let the tribalism and the group think stop you from doing what you know is right. And as far as the Democratic Party, I'm done. I'm out. You have lost me.
So the big reason they're leaving? Apparently, hearing one Charlie Kirk debate was enough for a full political glow-up. Free speech disagreements suddenly became a cult, and now it's all God, logic, and accountability vibes. Wild times. Anyway, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, drop a comment with your take, and hit that subscribe button for more.